Hey guys, I have a short but powerful video coming for you about sales is a team sport. So I've been trying to make videos that all of you are watching every morning and you can relate to, because a lot of times when I talk about sales, people think that, oh, sales is a front thing. Why should I have to worry about it? I'm a technician. And that couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth, right? The reality is any great business knows, any amazing top tier business knows that sales is a team sport. And it doesn't just include your technicians and your advisors and your managers. It also includes all your corporate people and trainers and recruiters and just everybody, right? And I'll explain to you why. The sale actually starts where? It starts online. It starts when a customer drives by your store. It starts when they get a flyer. It starts when they are told by somebody because of your reputation. And that could be the corporate person doing it, that could be the trainers, that could be the ownership. But the point is, that's when the sale starts. It's not even on the front counter. It's because they got a flyer. Then they pick up the phone, they call, someone answers the phone, that's the front of the guy, that gets them in. But you realize this, if a building looks like crap because the corporate team hasn't done their job, that's gonna hurt your team, that's gonna hurt your sales. Or if your building looks great, that's gonna help you, that customer, buy a bit business, they buy stuff from you. When they come in, naturally, you have to pull the car in. And if you don't pull it in fast, because you're in the back of the house, thinks that sales is a front office sport, then what happens to the sale? Well, automatically you're already in the dump. You already started negative, right? And then it gets inspected. That's on the back of the house. And then the ticket has to come up front, and it has to get pitched. It has to have good photos. If you don't have good photos, what are the chances of you closing? Right? If it's a bad diagnosis, you have to call back. You got to backtrack. You got to sell stuff or unsell stuff, which is my favorite, right? You lose your butt on that. And then you get the car fixed. If the QC is bad, what are the chances of that customer returning? Because remember, we're trying to win forever. We're not just trying to win this sale, we're trying to win sales forever, right? If you're gonna be in auto repair, you should think as long as possible. So if your QC guy is not doing his job, your future sales with that customers are gone. They're gonna go somewhere else. Guys, so your point I'm saying, running the bases, we talk about running the bases, it is done as a team, right? If you don't get that, you're gonna get this whole thing backwards. And the reality is, and by the way, I didn't even talk about the parts guy, right? We talk about the parts guy and et cetera, right? The parts have to be there, they have to be correct parts on the right time, otherwise you don't get the next sale or whatever, right? They get the bad parts. But the point is, when you run the bases, it is done 100% as a team. The team that is the best team will always beat everyone. It is not an individual sport, both in sales and in business and in life. It is a team sport. And the point, what I'm trying to do is, you could look at it this way. If you don't want to ignore everything I just said, you just want to make a bunch of money in a repair shop, it's simple. Think of it like playing football. What's the point of football? Getting touchdowns. How many? More than your opponent. What's the point of business? Getting sales. As many as possible, but at least more than your bonus number. That's your enemy. So getting the ball across the line is getting as many sales as possible. Does it matter who does it? And also, how important is it that everybody contributes? Because the reality is, if someone's not contributing to getting that ball across the line, why are they on your team? Should they even be on your team? Right? Should they not be focused on the one thing that you're really there to do? Because I assume you guys are here to make money, right? Not just money today, but more money tomorrow and thereafter, right? You're here to grow. Then you have to understand that sales is a team sport. I don't care if you're in the back of the house. If you're not helping run the bases, and if you don't focus on getting the ball across the line, which gets into speed and gets into just doing your part, getting the right pictures and following the process, following the circle of sales and the canned job sheet and saying yes and all these things that we train on. But if you don't understand that this is a team sport, you got to help each other, and even one weak link can break your store, then none of these systems really make any difference as far as I'm concerned. On the contrary, if you understand that you have to play as a team, there's no other way to win, and even if you have a garbage playbook, are you going to win? 100%. That's how important. This one single variable of teamwork and energy is more important than any process on the planet. I've seen people with incredible processes, they don't understand this teamwork thing, they're shafted. On the other hand, we've had people that had no organization, no systems, nothing, but they played as a team every single time, 100% of the time, and they understood that we had to get that ball across the line, get the yes from the customer, and get that customer to come back to us every single time when their car broke down. And that team smokes it. They kill it every single time. Well, I don't care if there's a bunch of 17-year-olds or a bunch of 38-year-olds. It does not make any difference. What matters is they played as a team, and they win. And I know that because I was on one of those teams. We didn't have organization. We couldn't even spell organization. But we played as a team, and I hope you guys see that. We started with 4 or 5 people. Today we have over 40 people. And one thing I'm really afraid of, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, is as we grow, I'm afraid more than anything that we lose this concept that every man on the team counts. They matter. I don't care if you started yesterday or if you've been here for 15 years, you are important, you're needed in this team, because if you're not, you wouldn't be here, I promise you. and you have to do your part, and it is a team sport. You have to play together. You have to help each other. And if you don't do that, I'm afraid that's what I'm afraid of more than anything for the future of our company, that we will lose sight of that, because we were a tight unit when we started, and I still feel like we are. But please do not lose sight of that. If you're watching this video, today is the day you say, guys, we're gonna recommit, regroup, and as Jacob Hansen said when we opened up Carfax Troy with 3 people, he said we're gonna play as a tank, 1 unit, anything that comes in our way, we run it over. Of course, nicely, and with all the political correctness. I hope it helps, guys. Play as a team. Love you guys. Keep going.